What if I told you that LeBron James picking up his massive $52.6 million player option with the Lakers wasn't actually about staying loyal to Los Angeles? What if everything you thought you knew about the Kings' future was completely wrong, because the bombshell reports that just surfaced have revealed something that's about to shake the entire NBA to its core? While everyone was celebrating LeBron's decision to remain in purple and gold, insiders were quietly whispering about something far more explosive. The four-time champion wasn't just considering his options. He was actively curious about something that could completely rewrite basketball history. And when you discover what's really been happening behind the scenes, you'll understand why this could be the most shocking move in NBA history. The truth about LeBron's real intentions has been hiding in plain sight, and what's about to unfold will change everything you thought you knew about his legacy. Because this isn't just about basketball, thus. This is about betrayal, loyalty, and a reunion that nobody saw coming. When news broke that LeBron James picked up his player option for the 2025-26 season, the basketball world exhaled. Finally, some stability. The King would remain in Los Angeles, and all those crazy trade rumors could be put to rest. But what if I told you that decision had absolutely nothing to do with wanting to stay with the Lakers? Mark Stein's explosive report revealed something that should terrify every Lakers fan. LeBron didn't pick up that option because he loves playing in LA. He picked it up because he had no other choice. The contract structure left him trapped, but here's the kicker. His heart was already somewhere else entirely. Multiple sources close to the situation have confirmed that LeBron's decision came down to pure mathematics, not emotion. That $52.6 million was too much money to walk away from, even if it meant spending another year in a situation that's been eating away at him for months. And the most shocking part? The Lakers front office knew exactly what they were doing when they structured that deal. This wasn't loyalty. This was financial imprisonment. And while LeBron smiled for the cameras and talked about being committed to the Lakers' future, insiders reveal he was already fantasizing about something completely different, something that would reunite him with faces from his past and give him one final shot at the ultimate prize. But that wasn't the whole story. Because while LeBron was publicly committing to Los Angeles, he was privately exploring an option that would send shockwaves through the entire league. Here's where things get absolutely wild. While the media was focused on LeBron's player option decision, they completely missed the real story. Sources with direct knowledge of the situation have revealed that LeBron James has developed what can only be described as a genuine curiosity about playing for the Dallas Mavericks. This isn't some casual interest or agent-driven speculation. We're talking about LeBron actively researching, asking questions, and seriously considering what a move to Dallas could mean for his legacy. And when you discover why Dallas has captured his imagination, everything starts to make perfect sense. The Mavericks weren't just another team on LeBron's radar, they represented something much more powerful, a chance to write the perfect ending to his story. Think about it. Dallas has been quietly assembling exactly the type of supporting cast that LeBron has been begging the Lakers to build for years. But here's what makes this even more insane. The timing of LeBron's curiosity about Dallas coincided perfectly with some major developments within the Mavericks organization. Changes that made the prospect of joining them not just appealing, but downright irresistible for someone in LeBron's position. The basketball world had no idea that while they were analyzing LeBron's commitment to the Lakers, the King was already mentally preparing for a completely different future. A future that would involve reuniting with some very familiar faces and potentially creating the most dominant super team the league has ever seen. And what happened next would shock everyone who thought they understood LeBron's priorities. This is where the story gets absolutely mind-blowing. Because LeBron's interest in Dallas isn't random at all. It's the culmination of a master plan that's been years in the making. The Mavericks currently employ not one, not two, but several of LeBron's former teammates, and the connections run much deeper than anyone realized. Kyrie Irving, the point guard who helped LeBron deliver Cleveland's first championship, is already in Dallas, but that's just the beginning. Anthony Davis, LeBron's championship partner from the Lakers' 2020 title run, has been mentioned in connection with Dallas in multiple trade scenarios. D'Angelo Russell, another former Lakers teammate, could easily find his way to Texas if the right deal materialized. But the connections go beyond just players. Jason Kidd, the Mavericks head coach, was on the Lakers coaching staff during their championship season. He knows exactly how to maximize LeBron's talents, and more importantly, he knows how to manage LeBron's personality and leadership style in a way that brings out the best in everyone around him. Then there's Nico Harrison, Dallas's general manager, who has deep ties to Nike, the same company that's been LeBron's home for his entire career. These aren't coincidences. These are the building blocks of something much bigger, and LeBron has been watching it all come together from afar. The most explosive part? Sources suggest that informal conversations about this potential reunion have been happening for months. Not official tampering, but the kind of casual discussions that happen when basketball people run into each other at events. The kind of conversations that plant seeds and make impossible dreams seem suddenly achievable. But while LeBron was fantasizing about Dallas, something was happening in Los Angeles that would push him even further toward the exit door. What I'm about to tell you will completely change how you view the Lakers organization, because what they did to LeBron James behind the scenes borders on organizational betrayal. Multiple reports have surfaced about a transgression that occurred during the 2024-25 season, something so significant that there was genuine fear LeBron might demand a trade. The details are shocking. According to insider reports, the Lakers failed to communicate with LeBron about major organizational decisions that directly affected his future. We're not talking about minor front office moves. We're talking about fundamental changes to the team's direction that LeBron found out about through media reports instead of direct conversation with management. Javan Buha reported that there was initial fear within the Lakers organization that LeBron would ask out of Los Angeles following this lack of communication. Think about that for a second. The greatest player in franchise history since Kobe Bryant was so frustrated with how he was being treated that demanding a trade became a legitimate possibility. But here's where it gets even more insane. The transgression wasn't just about poor communication. It was about the Lakers making it clear that they were planning for their future without LeBron. While he was sacrificing his body and reputation to try to win them another championship, the front office was essentially preparing for his departure. Sources close to the situation reveal that LeBron felt completely disrespected by the entire ordeal. The man who brought them a championship during the pandemic, who put their franchise back on the map after years of irrelevance, was being treated like his opinions and input didn't matter. The Lakers eventually realized their mistake and worked to repair the relationship, but the damage was already done. LeBron forgave the organization, but forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting, and it certainly doesn't mean that the desire to find a new home suddenly disappeared. That betrayal opened LeBron's eyes to something he'd been trying to ignore. Maybe it was time to find an organization that would actually value his input and treat him with the respect he deserved. While fans and media members debate LeBron's future, NBA scouts and executives have been brutally honest about what they're really seeing, and their assessments paint a picture that should terrify Lakers fans while giving hope to every other organization in the league. One anonymous scout recently ripped into LeBron's entire offseason drama situation, but not in the way you might expect. The criticism wasn't about his performance or his age. It was about how the Lakers have completely mismanaged their relationship with the greatest player of this generation. The scout's comments, though harsh, revealed something crucial about how the basketball world views LeBron's situation. There's a growing consensus among league insiders that LeBron has every right to be frustrated with Los Angeles, and that his desire to explore other options is completely justified. But here's the really explosive part. Multiple executives have privately expressed that they believe LeBron is being wasted in his current situation. They see a player who still has championship-level talent being surrounded by a supporting cast and organizational structure that simply isn't built for immediate success. The whispers in NBA circles have become increasingly loud about LeBron's true feelings toward the Lakers. Sources suggest that he's grown tired of being the organization's primary scapegoat when things go wrong, while simultaneously being expected to carry the entire franchise on his shoulders. Even more damaging are the reports about how other superstars view LeBron's situation. The consensus among elite players is that the king deserves better, and that any organization would be lucky to have him for whatever time he has left in his career. These aren't just random opinions. These are the thoughts of people who understand championship-level basketball and can see that LeBron's current situation is preventing him from achieving his ultimate goals. Here's where LeBron's fascination with Dallas starts to make perfect basketball sense. Because the Mavericks aren't just another team, they're a championship blueprint perfectly designed for what LeBron needs at this stage of his career. And when you analyze their roster construction and organizational approach, it becomes obvious why the king can't stop thinking about what could be possible. Dallas has built something that the Lakers have been trying to create for years but keep failing to execute. They have the perfect blend of veteran leadership, emerging talent, and organizational stability that championship teams require. Jason Kidd has proven he can manage superstars and get the most out of role players, exactly the kind of coaching LeBron responds to best. The basketball fit is absolutely perfect. Imagine LeBron playing alongside Kyrie Irving again, but this time with both players being older, wiser, and more focused on winning than individual accolades. Add in the possibility of Anthony Davis joining the mix, and you're looking at a core that could compete with anyone in the Western Conference. But it goes deeper than just talent. Dallas has created a culture that prioritizes winning above everything else. They don't get caught up in media drama or organizational politics. They focus on basketball. For someone like LeBron, who spent years dealing with constant speculation and criticism in Los Angeles, the appeal of a more stable, basketball-focused environment cannot be overstated. The Mavericks also have something the Lakers don't: flexibility. Their front office has shown a willingness to make bold moves when championship opportunities present themselves. They're not constrained by past mistakes or unwilling to take calculated risks for the right opportunity. Most importantly, Dallas represents a fresh start, a chance for LeBron to write a completely new chapter in his legacy, surrounded by people who genuinely want him there and have built their entire organization around the goal of winning championships. And that brings us to the timeline that has everyone in the basketball world holding their breath. Here's the reality that nobody wants to talk about, but everyone in the NBA understands: this could legitimately be LeBron James's final season wearing a Lakers uniform, and the timeline for his potential departure is more accelerated than anyone realizes. Mark Stein's reporting includes a bombshell detail that should send chills down every Lakers fan's spine. He doesn't believe LeBron will retire as a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. Think about the implications of that statement. One of the most connected NBA insiders is essentially saying that LeBron's Lakers career is already over, even if he doesn't know it yet. The timeline is simple and terrifying for LA. LeBron will be an unrestricted free agent after the 2025-26 season. No player options, no complicated contract structures, just pure, unrestricted freedom to sign wherever he wants. And if Dallas maintains their current trajectory while the Lakers continue their organizational dysfunction, the choice becomes obvious. But here's where things get really wild. There's growing speculation that LeBron might not even wait until free agency. If the Lakers struggle early in the season, if the dysfunction continues, if it becomes clear that another championship isn't possible in Los Angeles, LeBron could start pushing for a trade. The nuclear option would be LeBron requesting a buyout, which would allow him to sign with Dallas immediately. While this seems unlikely given his massive contract, stranger things have happened when legendary players decide they're ready for a change of scenery. Multiple sources have confirmed that if LeBron doesn't retire after this upcoming season, Dallas becomes the overwhelming favorite to land him. The connections, the fit, the timing, everything aligns perfectly for what could be the most shocking free agency signing in NBA history. And the most insane part? LeBron has been laying the groundwork for this move without anyone realizing it was happening. Everything I've just revealed leads to one absolutely mind-blowing conclusion that has NBA insiders buzzing with excitement and Lakers fans paralyzed with fear. The pieces aren't just falling into place for LeBron to leave Los Angeles, they're practically screaming for him to make the move to Dallas. Think about the perfect storm that's brewing. LeBron's relationship with the Lakers is damaged but repairable for now. Dallas has been quietly assembling exactly the type of team that could maximize his remaining years. The connections between LeBron and the Mavericks organization run incredibly deep, and most importantly, the timeline aligns perfectly for what could be the most shocking power shift in modern NBA history. Here's the prediction that's starting to gain traction among league insiders. LeBron James will finish his career in Dallas, and it might happen sooner than anyone expects. Not through some dramatic trade demand or public feud, but through a calculated decision that prioritizes championships over loyalty to an organization that's taken him for granted. The basketball world is starting to prepare for a reality where LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and potentially Anthony Davis form a super team in Dallas, where Jason Kidd coaches the player he helped win a championship in Los Angeles, where LeBron gets one final shot at cementing his legacy as the greatest player of all time. But the most shocking part of this entire story might be that LeBron has been planning this move for longer than anyone realizes. The genuine curiosity about Dallas wasn't sudden bist, it was the result of months of careful consideration and relationship building. The Lakers still have one season to prove they deserve to keep LeBron James. One season to show him that Los Angeles is where his story should end. But based on everything we've uncovered, that might not be enough to change his mind. Because sometimes the greatest players in history know exactly when it's time to write a new chapter. And for LeBron James, that new chapter might be wearing Dallas blue instead of Lakers gold. The question isn't whether LeBron will leave Los Angeles anymore. The question is when it will happen, and whether the Lakers will see it coming before it's too late. And based on everything we know right now, they might already be running out of time to change his mind. The Kings' next move could change everything, and Dallas might be exactly where he's been planning to make his final stand all along.